I am on the government auction website right now, and I am following a lot of 3 outboard engines. You got a 1988 Johnson 8-horse, a 1970 Johnson 9.5, and a 1995 Mariner 15. I'm the leading bidder right now at $310, so let's win this auction. We're gonna fix all the issues wrong with these outboards. We're gonna clean them up, make them look pretty, then we're gonna post them on Marketplace and hopefully sell these engines for some cold hard cash. And we're gonna count up how much money we spend and how much money we make. So let's get it done. All right guys, congratulations. We are the auction winner. We bought all 3 of them sight unseen for $310, so let's go pick them up. All right, we're here at the OD&R office and we just picked up our engines that we bought in the auction. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these babies back to the shop so we can take a closer look at them. We're gonna work our way smallest to largest in terms of horsepower. So we're gonna start with this 8 horsepower and let's see if it's got any compression. All right, cylinder 1 is at 109 PSI, off to a really good start on the 8 horse. Gonna see what cylinder 2's got in store for us here. And we got 108, so 108, 109. Compression is dead even on this 8 horsepower. I'm gonna go ahead and put my plugs back in, and we're gonna see if this old girl's got some spark. Check that out, we got good spark on top. Let's check the bottom. All right, we got this 8 horsepower set up on the back of the GW Invader here because this tank of water couldn't fit underneath my stand. What I'm gonna do is hook up our fuel line here. Now we're gonna give our primer bulb a squeeze. I hear fuel coming through. Our primer bulb's getting firm and I'm not seeing any leaks. Looks like we're good to go for right now. Well, let's go ahead and see what this thing does. She's running really good with the choke pulled out. Once I put the choke back in to run position, and there it is. So this outboard's running almost perfectly with the choke pulled out, but as soon as you put that choke back into your run position, she just wants to quit on us here. And yes, you guessed it, we are gonna remove the carburetor, clean, service, and rebuild. Got our carburetor uninstalled, gonna pop the bowl off, pop top off, and see what it looks like in there. This bowl will not come off. Gotta break out the big guns. Bruh. Guess that bowl's broken, huh? I mean, this thing is absolutely frozen on. There it goes. We only broke it very slightly. It should still hold gasoline, no trouble at all. Don't worry guys, I got tons of parts motors to get a bowl off of. That thing was super stuck on there. Let's see what's going on in here. Whole lot of sediment and gunk in there in the bottom of the bowl if you can see it. It's pretty dirty down there. All right, it is time to put our bowl back on. Obviously, our old bowl is out of commission now. Thankfully, I have a new one here that I stole off of this guy. Thank you for your service. The part engine I stole this bowl from was part of a multi-outboard deal I did years ago, and I was already very profitable on that. So do I put $20 on the cost tracker for the bowl? Or is it free? I mean, guy math, I already made profit on the deal in itself, so technically that whole outboard's just free and it doesn't cost me anything. Are you guys counting this bowl against your profit margin? Let me know. I'm not. All right, our carburetor has been cleaned, rebuilt, and reinstalled to this little 8 horsepower here. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a couple pulls and see what happens. All right, our choke's gonna be pushed all the way in the run position. This thing should already be warmed up enough. We should not need to choke it. All right, that is smooth as butter. This thing's running freaking perfectly. All right, this 8 horsepower had a good P stream and was pumping water. However, since I just don't know the last time it was serviced, I'm gonna throw an impeller in the lower unit. All right, lower unit's back in, impeller's installed. Let's give it one quick check. She is running perfectly, cooling perfectly, pumping great water, looking good. All right, this 8 horsepower is running perfectly. However, it's freaking ugly. And I am not gonna get 1988 8 horse value out of this outboard looking the way it is. So I'm gonna try and give this thing a makeover here. I got some citrus strip. We're gonna try and get this camo paint off of here and maybe paint this outboard. Let's see what we'll do with it. All right, I'd say the second coat in the scrub was able to get the job done pretty nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and scrub the rest of this gunk off. So as I'm sure you guys could probably guess, I work a lot of hours and spend a lot of late nights in the shop. And one thing I've found really helps me out while I do that is drinking AG1 every day. And all it is a once daily powder that you just mix with some water. Super fast, super easy, but what does it do? It supports your energy levels, supports a healthy immune system, but it is also clinically shown to fill common nutrient gaps. Multivitamin, pre and probiotics, superfoods, and antioxidants, all in just one little green scoop. And they got multiple flavors to try, so don't worry. And right now, AG1's having their best offer ever. And if you guys just head over to drinkag1.com/boatbusters or scan the QR code, you'll get their full welcome kit, plus this very stylish morning person hat. You'll get a year's supply of vitamin D3 and K2. You're gonna get the AG1 full flavor sampler pack. And you're gonna get to try their new sleep supplement, AGZ, for free. And that's $126 in free gifts for new subscribers. Everything you guys need's in the description, so go check them out. Thank you, AG1, for sponsoring today's video. Holy cow, guys. I mean, look at how good this Johnson cleaned up. I've sold outboards looking far worse than this that haven't been covered in spray paint, so I'm happy with what it's looking like right now. Time for service, guys. New spark plugs, new gear oil, and then let's get this thing sold. All right, we just got this outboard posted on Facebook Marketplace. I'm asking $500 for it. I'll let you guys know when we get some action on this thing. All right, guys, I have a buyer interested in this Johnson for $400. He's pretty close, so I'm gonna go ahead and just drop it off to him tomorrow. But real quick, I'm just gonna give this one more quick fire up after our service. She is running really, really perfectly. Really good outboard. So let's go make our delivery and get this guy his new outboard. All right, guys, we're about to pull in here to the meetup spot and meet with Bob from Facebook Marketplace. He has given me permission to film the sale, film the interaction, and yeah, we'll meet him here shortly. All right. Bob, what's going on, man? Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Appreciate you letting me record. I know it's kind of a unorthodox question to ask on a Facebook Marketplace deal, but
I don't mind at all.
Perfect. Yeah, here she is right here. I know you got the video I sent you from last night.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I know. I'd always prefer to run it for people in a test tank, but sometimes when you're meeting up, you're just gonna have to trust me. But if for any reason, you know, you have issues with it in the coming days for any reason, let me know, and I'm not gonna leave you hanging.
These measurements go, the shaft lengths go from here where it sits on the transom to what,
to
center line?
The cavitation plate right here. That right there. Yep. Who's underrated catfishing spot, man? I always feel like I go there try and bass fish and I catch catfish on lures.
Everybody does.
I know.
Yeah. So this is the kill button.
That's right? Your kill safety lanyard there. So when the engine's running, all you got to do, press in on that, kills it. Or, you know, this is not a perfect, you can buy a replacement wristband on Amazon, but you tie that around your wrist if you want to. Standard Johnson Evinrude fuel connector.
This boat, 94 inches wide at the rear.
That's awesome.
Doesn't matter what you do.
No, not at all.
Cool. Let me give you your money.
Deal, man. Let me get my jack out of the way here. It's all good. Last night after I sent you that video, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
After I sent you that video, I pulled the fuel hose and let it run itself completely until it died. So there shouldn't be any gas in the system. Cool. Hey, I appreciate you so much.
Yes, sir.
Great to meet you. We'll stay in touch, and let me know if you ever need anything else in the boat or outboard universe.
Do you work on these? Is it cool if I call you and say, hey, here's what I'm dealing with?
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
If you, of course, anytime, you know, in the near future, you have issues with that, let me know. I'm gonna take care of it, you know? But like, if you use it all summer and then something happens, give me a call and I will absolutely help you walk through. I'll tell you exactly what I think it is.
I'm probably just gonna call and say, hey, here's what's going on. What do you think it is?
Absolutely.
And I'll fix it myself.
So,
well, awesome, Chris.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, buddy. Have a good night.
You too. All right, next up on our list, engine number 2 is a 1970 Johnson 9.5 horsepower. Again, this is another one that ODNR decided to cover in camo paint to blend in with the duck hunters. Let's see what she looks like under the cowling. Whoa! Holy mouse nest. All right, some sort of critter made a big fat nest inside this outboard. Also looks like the mud daubers made a nest on our starter rope. So we're gonna need to clear all this junk out, aren't we? All right, all the critter nests have been evicted from this outboard, and it's actually looking really clean with all that crap out of here. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and get some compression numbers. All right, I was playing with the pull start on this outboard. It is just super rough. I'm gonna try and pop that off first and see if we can't lubricate that a little bit to make it easier to get some compression. We're actually gonna have to rewind that now. Bruh. Once you got her fully rewound, you can just shove some pliers in there so that it doesn't spin and unravel on you. You can just tie us a little knot here. Then we should be able to release our pliers and slowly feed the pull cord down. Just like that. See if she's any smoother here. Oh, so much better. A million times better. All right, now that we got a working pull cord, we can check our compression. All right, 65, that's perfect, right where we should be. Let's check cylinder 2. All right, 64, 64.5, dead even. This is perfect compression. Gonna grab spark on our number 1 cylinder here. All right, we got good spark on cylinder 1. Let's check the bottom. 2 for 2 is pretty awesome. Shout out to ODNR, State of Ohio Division of Wildlife. You guys have been taking good care of your stuff, and I appreciate that. Considering all the crap I had to remove from this outboard, there's gotta be some gunk in this carb, so I'm not even gonna bother trying to start it yet. I'm gonna pull this off and clean it out and see if it needs rebuilding. I have people leaving me comments all the time about, oh, all this guy does is clean carburetors. But I mean, yeah. I mean, that's kind of the point. I'm telling you guys, on these old 2-stroke outboards, it really is the problem probably 80% of the time on these things. I don't try and pretend to be a mechanic, man. I just kind of fix what needs to be fixed so I can get my money. Don't hate the player, you know, hate the game. Here we go. Had a stuck needle in there. This guy right here should definitely be falling right out, and she jammed in there, so good thing we broke into this sucker anyways. We probably wouldn't have even been able to get this thing to start. And we'll just get our little fuel line back on. And now we should be ready to try and start this thing up. First start attempt on the 1970 Johnson 9.5. Let's see it. Not a single pop or nothing. It is not wanting to start at all. All right, guys, so I was just kind of peeking around at this thing, and I saw this. These are the wires right here, that go to the kill switch button. And this is just an absolute frayed, corroded mess right now, so I'm gonna need to replace that. I think what was kind of happening is these wires were grounding out on each other and I wasn't getting sparks. So for right now, I'm gonna disconnect these kill switch wires and we'll replace them later. Hey! All right, I think that was our issue then. Definitely gonna need to replace the kill switch wires here. We should have seen a lot of water pumping out of that hole there, and it does not appear we were pumping any water at all. So I'm gonna drop the lower unit and put an impeller in this outboard. All right guys, our lower unit is back installed. Let's see if that fixed our water pumping issue. Man, she idles smooth. We got these corroded wires in here on the kill switch, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this sucker out of here. So I'm looking online and an OEM replacement for this kill switch is like $100. I found this one on Amazon for $8. So we're gonna use this instead. I'll just take our Amazon kill switch here, run it through, thread the nut onto the back. Just like that. Let's test it out. All right. Alrighty, our 9.5 horse is officially ready for service. Gonna go ahead and put brand new spark plugs and brand new gear oil in her. Alrighty guys, she is all cleaned up and ready to sell. And I know what you're thinking, and the answer is no. I'm not gonna be stripping the paint off of this one. And trust me, there is no beautiful paint job or decals underneath that spray paint to reveal. These things were just as freaking ugly the day they came off the assembly line. I do love them though. I have a very special place in my heart for the 9.5s. Alright guys, just got her posted, asking $400 or best offer. I'll let you guys know when we get some bites on this thing. All right guys, I got a buyer interested in the 9.5 for $350. I'm meeting up with him right now. Unfortunately, they didn't want to be on camera, which is honestly super fair. I think if some random guy at a marketplace deal asked to put a camera in my face, I'd probably tell him no too. So yeah, we're not gonna throw a sale away over someone not wanting to be on camera. So we'll be there soon though. Hopefully they buy it. All right, our buyer just drove off with the 9.5, $350 for that one. On to the next. And here is the final outboard in the batch. Mariner, 15 horsepower, 1995 two-stroke. This is definitely gonna be the money maker of the group, so hopefully it doesn't give us too much trouble here. Let's pop the top off and see what she looks like underneath the cowl here. What do you think, Annie? Is there gonna be a mice nest in here?
Minus 125.
Oh! Oh, she's clean.
That was a whistle.
Oh man.
It couldn't be better.
No, that's nice. Visually, at least, you don't get a whole lot better than that. Let's see if we got any compression on her. All right, above or below 115?
I'm smashing the under.
Under? He knows I got a cheap Amazon gauge.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, 99? All right, we're gonna check spark on the top cylinder here. All right, we're all good there. Let's check the bottom. Tell you what, guys, going 3 for 3, perfect spark, perfect compression for the whole lot for 300 bucks. You really just don't get better than that. I'm gonna go ahead and hang this sucker on the back of the Invader and we'll see what she does. After I clean out this fuel filter, of course, that would be irresponsible not to do that. All right, let's see what she does. All right, got her hooked up. Gonna go ahead and give it some gas. See if we can see any gas leaking from anywhere here. Fuel filter's full, and I don't see any dribbles anywhere, which is awesome. Let's fire this sucker up and see what she'll do. Make sure I got my plug boots back on. I don't. I'm an idiot. Man, you're not gonna give me nothing? Nothing? She wants to. Being a real big pain in my butt right now, not wanting to start, so we're gonna pull this carburetor off and see what secrets lie inside. She's reinstalled on there. All right, we got a clean carburetor here. We're gonna go ahead and see if this thing will run for us. Check that out. First pull. Let's go, dude. Gonna go ahead and make sure our telltale or nothing isn't clogged here, so we're gonna take a look into that. All right, well, I just saw some water come out of here, but we weren't getting it out of the hose, and yeah, it's completely clogged inside there. So I gotta unclog this water hose. All right, take 2, show me some water. There she goes. We got water flow now, but she's not taking throttle real well and she's not wanting to stay idling, so we're gonna look into that. So as you guys saw, it wasn't taking throttle real well, so it might have been just a hair too lean. What I did was I just took a flathead and turned that counterclockwise about a half turn, maybe a little bit more, made it run a little bit richer, and now listen to her. Starts right up. Oh yeah. What do we think?
Up the top.
Yeah. She is running real good. This Mariner 15 is almost ready to sell. It was pumping great water, but I'm gonna go ahead and change the impeller just as a regular service. And we're also gonna do the lower unit gear oil. Let's get it done. All right, I just went ahead and posted this Mariner 15 horse here. We're asking $700 for it. I'd probably take $600 or $650, but we'll see if we can't squeeze 7 out of it. So I'll update you guys when we get some action on this thing. All right, guys, our buyer for the Mariner 15 is on their way right now. Got her all set up here and ready to run for them so they can check the whole thing out while they're here to purchase. He made me an offer of $400 cash plus a 25 horse Mariner as a trade-in, and that'd be like $500 easily. So I was definitely interested in that. I did get permission from them ahead of time to film our interaction, so we'll see you soon when they show up. Here with our man Chase. He's here to check out the Mariner 15. You have any questions about it?
Starts and runs.
Sure does. I can show you.
Cool. Yeah.
let's fire it up.
First pull.
First pull. She's got totally rebuilt, cleaned out carburetor, brand new impeller in the lower unit, brand new gear oil, no water in the lower unit oil when we drained it out. I'll put it into gear for you so you can see it goes into gear, but our water's gonna come out. She goes in and out of gear nice, revs up good. She's really good. Bought it from ODNR.
Okay.
Ohio Department of Natural Resources own this one, and it's what they use to try and catch duck hunters without licenses and all that fun stuff. So they upgraded to a 4-stroke and put it on an auction.
That's not too bad.
Nah, it's a nice outboard for sure.
Say then I've got that 25 horse.
Yeah, I'd like to see it. So for the people at home, he actually is bringing a 25 horsepower Mariner to trade in for this one. So we're gonna take a look at it. It's gonna fit into the theme of this video nice. Literally all the other outboards on this video are all camo painted.
Oh, that's funny.
Looks nice, man. Shift's good.
So no, when I got it, it didn't run at all.
Yeah.
Clean the carb.
All right.
Can't get it like tuned.
Yeah.
Doesn't like to idle.
Mm-hmm. All right. I want it.
Good deal. We're good.
Good to go?
Good to go. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. She's a good one for sure.
There's that.
Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll get this one for you here. Hey, thank you, Chase. I appreciate your time, brother. Safe travels home. And there we go, guys. We sold that Mariner 15 for $400 cash. And this really nice looking Yamaha Mariner 25 horsepower outboard. And there she is. Don't mind the sweater, I'm fresh out of a Thanksgiving dinner right now. But I'm actually selling the Mariner 25 to my buddy Andy. I know he's been looking for something like that, so I gave him a good deal. Could have made a little more if I flipped it myself, but I got $300 of hassle-free cash. He got the outboard he's been looking for. That puts our profit total for this government auction adventure at $1,000 even. Had a ton of fun. Hope you guys all had an amazing Thanksgiving with your families. I am so thankful for each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much for watching, liking, and subscribing, and I will see you in the next one.